Good afternoon, everybody. So, today I'd like to show you Solanum atripurpureum, the progress that I've made so far. I think we are 13 or 14 weeks in, and the plant has grown somewhat significantly. You may remember from my previous uppotting video that the plant was about this big, sitting out of the top of the pot, and the pot itself was about that tall. So, we're going to uppot again today, and I'm going with what I think is going to be Malevolence's, or Solanum atripurpureum's, final home, because it's getting difficult to handle the plant from a well, you'll see. Anyway, presenting Solanum atripurpureum, also known as the 5-minute plant, or malevolence, or, well, it's got several names, but anyway, Solanum atripurpureum is the actual name, and I'm going to take you in closer for a better look. All right, as you can see, the spikes, for which this plant is given one of its nicknames, malevolence, you can see that those have, ow. You can see that they have formed quite nicely. I'll bring in the stem here for a little bit of a closer focus. There's just quite a bit going on. Every single time I try to get any bugs off of this plant now, or touch any part of this, I tend to get stabbed. Which, I knew that going in. That was one of the things that drew me to the plant. And so now I'm going to try to uppot it. Because at this point, I can't, this is pretty big for the pot that it's in now. And it's been growing like crazy, as you can see. But now it's time for it to go into its bigger house, and hopefully this will be the last time I have to uppot it, because if the pot gets any bigger than this one, I'm in trouble. I won't be able to move it, and then there's no way I'll be able to overwinter this plant. Overwintering is something that I would like to do. This will not be my single seed challenge plant for next year, because, it's not really a single seed challenge plant for the year, for 2024, if it's the same one as 2023, and it's literally the same plant. So I'll be choosing something different. I think I might try a Tropa belladonna, actually, but that's a whole different thing. I'm still kicking that idea around. Anyway, let's get to the repotting. Truth be told, I don't actually know how big this container is. I bought this as part of a multi-pack of fabric pots that I was trying out. I have liked the results so far. I've used them with one of the willows, and that's been going okay. So I'm going to use it for Solanum atripurpureum here, and hopefully it'll turn out well. The soil that is in here, as you can see, potting soil, but it's a little on the dry side. So you might see some dust kicked up. I'm going to water this in once I get it planted and move it. I did put some water in it already just to tamp down the dust. But that, as you can see kind of coming up here, that hasn't helped so much. Anyway, this pot is probably 14 inches around and about a foot tall. So we're going to have soil up to about this height, and then it's going to be a layer of mulch, and then I'll just have the lip at the top. And I'm going to try to do this the way I did it previously, which is just to pop malevolence out, hold the root ball in my hand, place it where it's going to go, which I need to dig that out again because it caved in a bit. I think that's good. See, there's more dust. But yeah, I'll get this nice and watered in once this is all said and done. Contemplating throwing some bone meal in. I think I'm going to. That does, however, require me to find the bone meal. I don't mind sweating, but I don't want to sweat constantly. Oh, God, it's right in front of me. Bone meal. It's right there. Anyway, this is just Job's Organics. I'm just going to take a little bit of this, not a lot. Kind of sprinkle this around like so. Similar to what you do if you were planting a tomato plant. This is the same family after all. There is a spider on my plant. That's fine. I like spiders. Okay, I'm just going to scratch this in a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to pick this up and we'll go from there. Yeah, some things in the shed are a mess. Bear with me, folks. Okay. Take my little name tag out, set that aside. All right, wish me luck, folks. Here comes the difficult part. How am I going to grab this plant? I can't grab the plant. I can't get it out. Ooh, this is going to be harder than it was last time. I don't know how to do this. People are probably screaming, gloves, use gloves. I would, except I don't know where my gloves are. I move things and I can't find them. You know how it is. All right. Oh. Certainly not going to grab this stem, I'll tell you that. I think this weighs too much to do it the way I did it before. Yeah. All right, well, I'm just going to use something I have laying around, I guess. That's not flexible enough. This, however, should work. Bubble wrap. I'm just going to do this very gently, just so I can support the weight of the stem while I tip this pot and get the root ball out. Is it a bad sign that I can hear the bubbles popping? Oh, looks like we're doing this at exactly the right time. Look at that. All right, we'll rough that up a little bit. Me extract the bubble wrap. I'd say that worked out rather well. Now watch me drop it or something. That would be terrible. Okay. Anyway, let me just... It just occurred to me that the liquid that is in the roots is also going to be severely irritating to the skin. Great. Well, best be quick then, huh? Kind of trying to tease these out just a little bit. Boy, I do hope you can see that. Okay, yeah, you can. It hasn't even been in this pot that long. Maybe a month and a half. The heck is that? We'll talk about pests in a minute here. That is something that I have had to deal with, actually. All right, no time like the present, folks. Oh, that hole was the exact right size. Or wait, was it? Because I don't know that that's going to sit quite far enough down. There we go. nice and comfy. Let's just bring all that other soil back in. Squish everything down a bit. Not a lot, just some. Okay. Well, I'd say that went rather well. All right, so let's talk pests while I mulch here. So, Solanum atripurpureum has acted as a big draw for thrips as well as aphids. I have had to treat the plant by taking it inside the house and actually, it's like Q-tip, taking all of the bugs off of the bottom of the leaves because they would cluster up in the folds of the leaves. I don't know if I can show you here, but yeah, you can just see how like deeply lobed these leaves are. They would be down in here in the cluster, clustering up in piles. So that part wasn't great, but and you can see there's evidence of pest damage on the leaves by holes and whatnot. So more prone to pest pressure than I thought. More prone to pest pressure than I thought it would be, only because this, in case you don't know already, this is not a plant native to this country, let alone, it's not even native to this half of the planet, like this hemisphere. So I'm kind of surprised that pests found it to be as delectable as they have. The only thing I've seen in my garden so far that has more pests than this plant bugging it have been my apple trees, which that has just been a mess of aphids. I'm going to have to do something about that. I've got some stuff to do. What I've been doing to treat that is I've been going outside and the hose, and I'm spraying them off and kind of going like this on the leaves to rub them off and kill them. And that seems to be helping. The problem is they're attacking primarily the new shoots, which makes sense. That's what an aphid wants. It wants access to the tender foliage so that it can sap the vital, life-giving liquids from the tree. And, well, the trees are not a fan of that, it turns out. I would not be a fan of that either. We're going to go a little bit deeper with the mulch. Not a lot, though. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Solanum atripurpureum here, and it's going to go out in the garden over by where my chair is. Not exactly where my chair is, though, because I'm going to hopefully be getting something like a pergola to put over that area so that I can actually use the chair, because right now, every time I go outside, it's 85 plus degrees, and there's zero shade in the vicinity of that chair. I don't need it to necessarily be like cold, but I do need at least some shade. Otherwise, I just sit there and sweat and suffer, and it's not great. All right. Well, folks, that is Solanum atripurpureum, also known as malevolence. Oh, wait. Can't forget that. Can't forget that at all. Malevolence. I cannot wait for the birds to take the tag out of this one. Although, at least with this one, I will definitely know what plant it is. All right. I hope you folks enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and until we talk again.